Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for choosing to consume your YouTube content with me. I'm Ryan. This is the Brotherhood channel, and this is the Wednesday Fishing Planet. If you watched Monday, you know what that sigh was for. Fishing Planet gave me the chance to be the dad of the year, and it let me down. Actually, it didn't let me down. It gave me a fish, a monster fish. My daughter and I just failed to land said fish. I was letting her reel it in. The tension on the line got a little low, I guess, and you know, I could blame her. I could. I'm not going to though. It happens. We all lose fish. It was a big one though. I don't know what it was, but it was probably, I'll be honest, it's probably a spotted bass. Just knowing that we're fishing here in Texas and we were running it up towards the dam, is probably a spotted bass. It was probably a decent sized spotted bass, but just a spotted bass. Nothing to get too worked up about. But it would have been fun to catch, and I would have enjoyed sharing that moment with my daughter. But we have lots of those moments, so I'm not too concerned about it. And she would rather caught a fish in real life, which, you know, like you, like me, like probably anybody else on the planet, is also the case. So, but that's okay. We're going to see if we can't catch us another fish here. We did not talk about goals on Monday. We wanted to talk about goals today. We were just sort of bummed at our lack of fish. As you see, we fished for a whole entire episode and still only have 2.7 pounds, and that basically just comes from 2 grass pickerlings and 1 spotted bass. 1 grass pickling you guys didn't get to see on Monday because I had it caught before we started recording. So, talked a little about bait coloration last week, or last time. Rambled on. Today we can do the same thing. You know, instead of a location-based goal, which is what we've done so far, let me check out those locations. Maybe we could make a goal to upgrade our tackle, because I have not done any tackle upgrading since we started recording these episodes 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and sometimes a weekend special. Almost always a weekend special. And every new videos every day during the month of January and February, and as we are attempting to keep true our New Year's resolution, a video a day every year, for at least 1 video every day for this year. Which is interesting because I talked about last week. I talked about Monday, excuse me, about taking a trip next weekend. Which, if you haven't figured out by now, but the recording schedule, I do a lot of the recording on the weekend, and I get it basically in the can and scheduled to go out for the week, because then I go do my day job through the week, and that's the way it works out. And if you watch the Banished videos that went up Monday and Tuesday, you could tell that I was pretty tired. If you paid close attention, you saw I was pretty tired. I wasn't saying much in some of that last episode. I guess yesterday's episode. The one that goes out today, I'm obviously a little more awake. Yeah, so it's hard for me to record in the evening because I don't like to record if my whole family's here. I like to. We have game nights and we have Cub Scouts, and my daughter's doing a cheer thing this week, and all kinds. I mean, we got things to do. We got things to do, and this is a hobby, and it should always be a hobby. It shouldn't get in the way of life. Same with watching YouTube. If you're watching this YouTube, if your family's all in the other room having a good time, and you're sitting by yourself watching the YouTube, you have my permission to not watch the YouTube. You can still like the page. You can still like the video if you want, but you can even leave your phone on so that it finishes all by itself, and you can go in the other room and hang out with your family, because this type of content to me is best consumed when the alternative is television, or the alternative is nothing. I big fan of reading books too, so I don't want you to forsake reading books to watch YouTube videos. In fact, this week we talked a little bit we had a podcast that came out on Sunday. We talked a little bit about Mikey's reading habits, and then the podcast that will come out this Sunday, we basically looked at a list of books to read, manly books to read, and I was pleasantly surprised at how many of those books I have read, and can encourage Mike to read and you to read if you watch the podcast. We're playing basically, I think we played like 3 rounds of golf with friends. And then there's a rubber match where we find out who the ultimate victor is. That will come on YouTube separately sometime next week. Yeah. So don't watch YouTube for sake of reading books. Don't watch YouTube for sake of hanging out with your family. I don't care. I'm not your dad. You do whatever you need to do, I guess. But I'll just tell you, I won't be upset if that's what you do. But because that's, and I lost my train of thought there for a second because I was thinking like, man, it's been a minute since I've caught a fish. Come on, should I change my bait? Because my goal is to make a video every day for this whole entire year, at least one, and I've done a pretty good job of some days releasing 2, or at least through the week releasing 2. I would, but I'm going to be gone next weekend, so that means that I'm going to have to get quite a bit of stuff ready to go before I leave, which is kind of an exciting yet daunting prospect. Those of you that have jobs or a large school project or whatever, you understand what I mean. Like, it's not necessarily something I am looking forward to it because I enjoy doing it, but it's sort of like one of those things. It's like, okay, it's on my plate. Oh, did I get a fish? Did I get a fish? No, must have been just going through some weeds. It's like, okay, I got to do this, or it's like, if you're gonna. Oh, there we go. That's a fish. That's a fish. That's a fish. That's a little fish. I thought it was. Yeah, you may not be super excited to do something because you're like, oh, I got all this stuff to do. But there's a extreme sense of satisfaction in doing it and getting it done. Just like catching this spotted bass right here. There's an extreme amount of satisfaction. That is, I believe, our biggest one for the day so far, at almost a pound, 0.9. Poundage wise though, now that I say that, I do live in the US, and I do understand we use customary units of measurement, which is not necessarily something the world does. Is it harder to follow a pound? Like, I would think like fish. No, I guess not. No, I about made a fool of myself, didn't I? Yeah, I think I just about made a fool of myself because I was thinking like fish. How else would you measure fish? But you would just do like a kilo, right? A kilo of fish. Half a kilo of fish. Same way we do pound. Maybe. I don't know. You guys may have to let me know. Or maybe I just need to Google that to save myself from looking silly. So, let's see here. Let's see if we can get another fish. We're at 3.6 pounds. I'd love to be at 10. Yeah, that's sort of my baseline goal there. Always try to catch 10 pounds of fish. That'll get you, a little bit of money to earn. Little forward progress. If we do look at a tackle upgrade, maybe that's something we should check out. We'll actually have to leave Texas though, in order to go to the superstore to get the things that we want to get. Excuse me. And in order to leave Texas, I'd like to have 10 pounds. So, a bit of a catch-22 here, aren't I? I'd hate to, but I do like that idea. Let's see here. Let's think. Would I want to solicit feedback from you guys on what gear you think is best or what baits are best before I go to the store and buy it myself? I'm sure most of you are all much better fishermen than I am, so it would behoove me to depend on your experience. But on the other thing, it sort of slows down the progress of the videos because of all the things I just talked about, i.e., having to record in bulk, and if we have to wait for feedback to be solicited, then it'll go. And I'll be honest, you guys aren't the most talkative bunch, which is okay, and I'm okay with that. But then if I wait a week to head to the store, essentially, and I don't get much in the way of feedback, then I'm essentially doing it on my own anyway. That's a great conundrum to be in. Let's just listen to the birds and try to figure it out. The birds don't seem to know. The leaf blower guy doesn't seem to know. Should we go someplace else? Let's check another part of the pond. We'll work our way around the pond today. Yeah, look at the butterflies. Aren't they pretty? Come on, give me my pole. There we go. We'll go this direction. We'll go through the weeds. Yeah, I'm thinking here what we should do is fish the rest of today. Try to get as much as we can. Maybe set a 5-pound goal for ourselves. 7-pound goal for ourselves. Fish half the day on Friday. And then maybe the second half of the episode on Friday, head to the store. Buy whatever we can buy, or at least set a budget for ourselves. We may have enough money, we may not have enough money. Oh, there's a fish right there. Come on. That's so annoying when you're fishing. When you see a fish jump right where you were. It's not annoying. It's cool. I don't know why I said it was annoying. I wanted it to be annoying, but really it's not annoying. I'd still rather it happen than never happen. So then we either set sort of a budget for ourselves. Excuse me. Or we buy what we can buy, and then we can jump in and take a look at what we buy, if we buy stuff. That sounds like a pretty good plan. I hope it's a good plan, because I think that's what we're going to do. And that means not going to get a lot of feedback from you guys. But if I buy something wrong, or I buy something incorrect, or I should buy something else, that's where I can ask you guys to chime in and let me know. Because I won't, I'll make the best decisions I can with the knowledge that I have. But if you have knowledge that you can share, then by all means, I'll look forward to that. All right, let's just try a little bit of a catfish. We'll just do a little flip right here. Whatever that fish is that's hopping, we'll see if we get it to bite. I could also just do that for a little bit, put a smaller hook on, throw some crickets out there, catch some of those bluegills or some fish. That's always kind of fun. Makes for high energy, or at least maybe if Zoe stops back out, maybe that's what I should have done. I don't think she's going to stop back out though. Let's go ahead and let's switch the hook up. Let's do the smaller hook, the number 4 hook. Remember hooks, bigger the hook sizes work Let's see, where do I put? Grasshopper. Grasshopper? Grasshopper. Grasshopper. Okay, just flip a little grasshopper out there. Come on, let's catch a little something. Little hook, little grasshopper. So long it takes to get a fish to bite. Checking the clock, 15 minutes right now. Okay, alright, let's see. Come on, fishies. I don't have, I still didn't grab my coffee cup. That's okay though. Oh, see, come on. Come on, it like landed on the bobber. Was this supposed to be a frog or a fish? That's a good question. I want it as close to the weeds as I can get it without getting stuck. Oh. Come on. Alright, little shiner. Alright, we'll keep it. 22 bucks. How close can we get it out there? Close enough? Probably not. I probably should have just turned it to my casting setting, but we can always run it back over here. Alright. See what happens. Give it a second here. 1621. Yeah. Yep. Oh. There we go. Look at that guy. Look at that guy. He's a half pounder. That's pretty good. Apparently not the biggest one I've ever caught, but we'll keep it. We're going to flip it this direction. Over towards the lily pads, past the weeds. Alright. Okay. It says it's not snagged, but it's right in the heart of this weed, so it will be snagged, I'm guessing, if a fish bumps the hook. So what happened? 1726 again. So 1626. So 1 minute later, we're at 4.6 pounds. Wanted to get 5 pounds at least by this video. If we catch one more of these little fish, we definitely will. Strike was done too early, but that's okay. Let's go here right to this pond, this little patch. Right click to get your precision aim here going. Boop. Too much. Too much. Snag was released. Must have gotten closer to the leaf blower guy. There we go. You want a surefire guarantee that I will catch fish here is I will take my hand off the mouse, readjust my seat. Okay, and then I don't have a cup of coffee to grab, but as soon as I put something in my hand, which I've not yet done, surefire way to get a fish. We won't do that. We'll reel it in just a little bit. And we'll watch. Three grasshoppers left. Excuse me, clearing my throat a lot today. That's what happens, I guess, when I don't have anything to drink. Here we go. Bobber, bobber, bobber. Bobber, bobber. Bobber. There we go. Alright, a little bluegill. Half pound, puts over 5 pounds. Check it out. Boom. 5.1. That was our goal. Like to set goals. Two grasshoppers left. Let's try on the back side of the weeds. I tend to overshoot them anyway, so I'm not sure if you can hear the family, but they're all getting ready for lunch, which is what we will do when I'm done recording. Yeah. Come on, give us a little wobble. Show us that you're there. Yeah, so let's see. Like, short list of gear that I'm probably thinking of is probably a better bait caster, fixing the bait caster issue, um, so that I have a little line to actually use on it. That was me reeling it in, I'm sure. Um, some a stronger variety of baits, maybe. We got some action going. So maybe a new rod keeper. Because if I can get a bait caster, then that's a big one. Not sure what it is, but maybe this is my catfish I wanted. Oh. Whoa, man. Ooh, sheesh. I don't know why. Look how much I'm shaking. Okay, we are making forward progress. And my line's a lot better condition on this pole than what it is on the other one. Real fast. Alright. What is it? Catfish? Catfish? Let's see if we can get it up to the surface. We'll try to take a look at it. Come on, surface. Surface. It's decent size, whatever it is. Come on, there's the bobber. You know you're not too far down below the bobber. Oh. 39 feet, 36 feet. Got a little bit of a white belly there, maybe. I'm thinking catfish. Is it weird? I think maybe it's because I'm right-handed or something, but it just feels better to lean this way on the pole. Okay, there we go. Come on. White belly, with the belly. Oh, a drum. No, smallmouth buffalo. Love the buffalo. New personal record. That's pretty good. Check it out, Zoe. Look what I caught.
Whoa.
Isn't that cool?
Did you catch that fish?
I caught that fish right there.
Wait, were you trying to catch that fish before?
I don't know. Maybe this was the fish that you were trying to catch, because he didn't want to come into he didn't want to be caught either.
He is big.
Yeah, he is. He's 3.2 pounds. That puts us well over our goal of 7 pounds for the day. We're 75 cyber bucks.
Daddy.
He's 17 inches tall. He's more than a foot long.
Daddy.
We're going to keep him. Yes.
Look at my bun.
Oh, yep.
And down into your back. So can you put it back up when it's time to leave?
Absolutely. What she was asking there is that she dressed like a ballerina this morning. Asked me to put her hair in a bun, which I did successfully. That's right, dads. I'm that kind of dad. And what she wanted to know is, as she gets ready to take a bath, would I be willing to put her hair back in a bun when she's done in the bath? And of course I said, as you heard, yes. Because again, I'm that kind of dad. We can go fishing. We can go camping. We'll go to a state park for vacation or for the weekend. Oh yeah. And when it's all said and done, I will put your hair in a ballerina bun. A green sunfish, 3.3 pounds. 0.3 pounds, not 3.3. That worth $10. That's a pretty looking fish. Got to make sure you watch the spines here on these fish. What you want to do is you want to take your hand, start at the top, and sort of cup the fish. You don't want to lip them; they're too small, and you got to get the hook out of there anyway. But put your palm essentially where my pointer is there, and then rub it back so that these things all go backwards, because these are actually pretty sharp. And then you can hold the fish sort of with your fingers down here and this up here with your palm, and your thumb sort of laying across its forehead, and that allows you to take the hook out. Now, if you've never taken a hook out of a fish, I'll tell you right now, you're going to want to go in the hole that it came out, obviously, but look at the barb. You want to push through the barb, because you don't want to do more damage to the fish's mouth than what you've already done by setting the hook. So there will be a hole that the hook went through, and the barb is on the inside of the hook, because that's the way the that's going to keep the fish from falling off the hook, or from the hook slipping back out of the fish's mouth. But when you're pushing it in, you want to push it in like you're pushing it down their throat. Essentially, is the way that I like to think of it. And then that way, you can get the hook out safely without doing any more damage. Because we don't want to do any more damage. At least I don't. If you plan on putting it back in there so that so someone else can catch it, and it can go make more fish, because that's sort of my goal. As enjoying it for the sport of it, I guess. Let's see. When you find like a weed patch it's out there a little bit, because these ones up close are fine, and we are using a fairly small hook, so we are expecting to get some smaller fish, like that green sunfish. I've never really. Can you actually get worms from this? Press E to interact. I don't think so. Did I get worms? No, I did not. E. Okay, whatever. I feel like that's something that they will eventually add. Can I go down this way? Yeah, I can. There's a smaller bridge down here, right? Never fished down here. I haven't had a whole lot of luck in the swamp, I guess. Oh, Zoe's got a fishing pole. She's ready to go fishing. I thought there was a smaller bridge down here. Maybe there isn't. Yeah, there is. I'm fairly sure. Oh, see? Right here. Yeah, see? All the time we've been in Texas, we've never come down here. Look at that. Look at that little pole. My other pole's not coming up, so if I push the button, does it come up? Doesn't want me to cast from here. Makes sense, I guess. Is there a place that I can cast from back here? It's not letting me get close to it. I mean, it's kind of a nightmare. I'm trying to fish back here. Oh, here we go. There we go. Look at this. Alright, let's try this. Let's try this. Little hook. Pet food. Bobber standing up tall. Let's see what happens. We'll spend a minute here. We'll end our video right here today, folks. Little exploration. Caught a buffalo, smallmouth buffalo, I think it was called. Is that what it was called? Made more than 5 pounds, which made 8 pounds, which is great. Looks like we got a little wiggle, but I can't tell.
I think we're out of sour cream and onion.
Everybody's yelling in the living room.
So we'll have to pick another.
That's alright. That is okay. Bait was eaten or lost. That typically means that your hook is still too big for what you're fishing for, but I can't imagine that. I don't have anything smaller than a number 4. I wouldn't have any use for it, really. Number 4 is about as small as I'd want to go. Number 4 with a bee moth, or wax. What do they call them? Wax worms around here. Sort of what I would fish with. Give it a second. 28. So, thank you guys so much for watching the video. We're gonna let the bobber sit there for at least 2 minutes there before we move it. But I just want to take a moment now and say thank you so much for watching it. If you haven't had a chance to subscribe, please do so. Give it that virtual like there. Give it a thumbs up, whatever you want to do. Leave a comment down below if you have some suggestion on some gear. I think I will have already bought it by the time the comment comes through, just based on the way we're recording these. But if I missed it, maybe I can come back and buy it. Maybe I would have bought it, or maybe I still will buy it without seeing your comment, and I'll look like a genius. Think of that, and you will also look like a genius for recommending it. So, it's been a pretty productive day of fishing here. I've had a lot of fun. I hope you've had a lot of fun. Make sure you come back on Friday, as we're going to fish just a little bit in Friday's episode, and then we're going to check out the store. Check out the store. See how much money we have. See how much money it's going to take. Oh, come on. That was too quick. Must just be a bunch of little fish down here, is all I gotta imagine. Which would make sense. We'll just feed it dog food, I guess. Yeah, so we'll check out the store and try to upgrade either some of our gear, maybe buy a new rod, buy a new reel. Buy some new tackle altogether. Haha. Reach in there. Oh, wow. That is a pretty big red-eared sunfish. Yeah. Scales look a little big, but maybe it's just because it's such a huge fish. Scales have to be big. But, yep, again, watch the spines. Put your hands on there. Put your thumb up here along the forehead. With the other hand, you're going to push that back through the hole that it came through. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you on Friday. Goodbye. Oh, wait, I got to hit keep. And then I got to turn it off. So now, goodbye.